Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is I Love You Say It Back. It's the podcast. Folks, week 4, we got a lot to talk about. The Dallas Cowboys crazy game. Let's talk about it. Let's go. I love how I'm the only one wearing the headphones, so I'm the only one who's partying in here. Boys, how you doing? John, back in studio, joining us.
Yes, sir. We are back. You know what? I'm fresh off of vacay. I was in the beautiful islands of Puerto Rico. Thank God for that island. I had a beautiful time, but I went to go see Bad Bunny, who is also the halftime performer. So I'm a little ahead of schedule, but we're back. Glad to be back in the studio.
This motherfucker talking about
I'm 4-0. Don't forget that I'm 4-0. And I'm about to give y'all the next 2 winners for Monday to be 6-0. Thank you.
Well, stick around. We're talking about like, we back. We've
been
back.
here
We
this whole
didn't
time.
go nowhere. I went on vacation this weekend. I was like, I need to be back.
Somebody has to work.
Somebody's got to make shit happen. But glad you're back. We definitely have crazy Cowboys game to talk about. We'll talk about. Never mind. But we're
No, thank you.
We're gonna get into all that. Before we do, a couple things that I need to mention. Man, last week we made a huge announcement. The 2-year I Love You Say It Back anniversary. The boys are gonna be there. Come out, say hi, meet the podcast, man.
We'll be there.
I want to introduce them to everybody. This is our 4th or 5th episode of us doing this together, and I love the feedback that we've gotten. So if you want to give John some shit for being a Cowboy fan, or if you want to give Pre a hug and maybe some thoughts and prayers to him for the sacrifices and the suffering that he goes through.
Not enough hugs out there for that.
You can come out and meet the boys. They'll be out there on Friday. So RSVP. We'll put the link is everywhere, all over our. My IG and ILY Say It Back Pod.
Link in bio.
Check it out. We made it completely free. We just want everybody to come out, have a good time, and celebrate with us. So that's going to be this Friday. Please join us. Completely free. RSVP comedy show. The boys are going to be there. The podcast is going to be there. C's going to be there. Comedian's going to be out there. Music, raffles, giveaway, all the great stuff. It's a celebration, folks. So come out and celebrate with us.
2 years, man.
2 years is crazy. So I'm excited about that. But also, just like we were talking about, if you haven't followed the page, at ILY Say It Back Pod, I'm at Vic D Radio. Boys, John, what are you?
John Anthony XIX.
Pre_sing13.
Yes, sir. So make sure you follow the boys. What a crazy week 4. Before we even get into any of the games, the breaking news, this is one of my favorite news of the entire year. I look forward to this, and everybody plays the guessing games. You hear rumors. Is it going to be Taylor Swift? Is it going to be Coldplay? Is it going to be Elton John? Is it going to be Kenny Chesney? Is it... and pissing everybody
Kenny
off.
Chesney's crazy.
Bad Bunny headlining, or actually Bad Bunny going to be the Super Bowl halftime performer. John,
Yes,
I don't
sir.
even have to, tell me how you feel
Look,
when you heard
I'm
the news.
ahead of the game, y'all. I'm going to tell you, everybody, congrats to you as a viewer, because you're going to watch some great football, but you're also going to get an all-time halftime performance from the one and only Bad Bunny. I was there live in Puerto Rico. I seen him firsthand. It was a beautiful cultural experience, beautiful musical experience. I explored the island, and he's going to bring PR to the world, as he already did with the Amazon Live show. So you're going to get something like that, but just on a bigger, grander scale. I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited for myself. It's going to be a beautiful day for football, family, fun, and music. So I'm over the moon.
Over the moon. Pre, how you feeling on that?
I think that's dope. I don't understand the word that guy says, but that should be turned up. So I'm
Who
with
would you rather have? DJ Khaled, who's like...
Nah, I was thinking. I thought it was gonna be like Morgan Wallen or somebody. He's been like the hottest artist out.
You know, if Morgan Wallen did it, I would lose my shit.
Yeah, I thought
would
for
be
sure
happy
it was
to,
gonna
too.
be. But I'm cool with Bad Bunny, man.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
bangers.
the girls are gonna go crazy for that. Oh
I'm
my
cool
God,
with-
we'll
yeah,
watch.
I love it.
Can we come over and watch the Super Bowl? The Bad Bunny Super Bowl? Yeah, they gonna be all over that.
I'll be like, Mami, baja pa' acá, mamita. I'm already ahead of the game, baby.
Yeah,
I already you can wear my merch that I got from just for a night though. I'm gonna need the next night when you wake up. Go ahead and return. I'm gonna need my shirt back, like J. Cole said, man.
I'm telling you, when I heard the news, I was like, okay, let me check if this is real. Because again, it makes too much sense to have the biggest pop star now that she's related to the NFL. When you talk about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, an unbelievable tour, billions of dollars that it did in revenue, blah blah blah. It makes sense. But I think because it made so much sense, it's like, well, we can't do the obvious. We can't do what everybody expects. So I was expecting Taylor Swift, but I knew that wasn't going to happen. Bad Bunny, I'm going to tell you, as a Mexican guy, like for the culture, love it. I'm very, I know Bad Bunny's hits. I don't know his deep cuts. I love the song, the all the viral stuff that goes viral on TikTok. What is it? La Canción?
La Canción.
If he plays that, bro, I'm going to cry right then and there. Shout out Donnie, put me on that song years ago. That's an incredible song. But Bad Bunny, that's going to piss some people off. I was looking at the comment section there like, I thought this was America. We're going to... What you mean? We need some Kenny Chesney and a little Morgan Wallen, up there. I thought we were supposed to be doing this in English. And there, Red Hat crowd is pretty pissed off about that.
It's crazy because they're going to say all that stuff, and it's still going to be the highest viewing Super Bowl halftime show every year. No, it'll be a lot better than last year for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful thing, and even if you're a no sabo kid, even though if you're a white person,
for the culture, man,
it's gonna be something that you can experience. If you're well traveled or you're somebody that likes to experience different cultures, just immerse yourself. I think you're gonna have a great time. Now, I do hope. I love Morgan though. I love me some Morgan, so I hope he hosts it next year. If he gets rid of the racist comments. Then they might accept him. They might accept him for the country music awards and shit like that. But
he does
until then, he got to tone it down. Stop throwing chairs outside a damn 2-story bar, and then he might be getting accepted into public places. But
he does a little more.
For this year, we got Bad Bunny. I can't think of a better person, well, besides Morgan, which I hope Morgan gets it next year, to host it. To host the halftime show. So I'm excited for it.
A couple more of those comments from Morgan. He's gonna lock up the next 4 Super Bowls.
Dog, his career really blew up once he said that.
That's when it started.
Like, it's like we love to pretend that racism doesn't exist, but when some shit like that happens, and they're like, we're gonna support them all the way.
And then when Vic does it, it's a bad thing. It's crazy.
But I'm the problem.
And one N bomb gonna shoot you to the moon. That's what happened to Morgan.
But I'm gonna say it right now. I want this podcast to go to the moon, but.
Drop a couple. Go ahead, Vic. Do the honors.
How bad do you want this podcast to succeed, boys?
6 million views.
Yeah, let's get into some real football, and I'm gonna start with.
Let's get into it. Which y'all really came to listen to. Let's do it.
I'm gonna tell you this. This was one of the most exciting games that I've seen in a long time. I caught the tail end of it. I had a long day where I was gone for the weekend, but Cowboys, Packers, absolute thriller. You got a little bit of everything. You got the Bakersfield boy, Jordan Love. You got the drama of Micah Parsons returning to Dallas. You got the Kenny Clark had an impact in the game. You had the back and forth. You score, we score, you score, we score, overtime. But I will say the damn tie leaves a bad taste in my mouth. It's so disgusting. They say ties are like kissing your sister, and I hate when things get overplayed, but it really does feel kind of gross like that. It's just like after the game, everyone's just kind of like, okay, all right.
Now what happens?
Yeah. So what was that for? Yeah. What were you guys thinking on that? I thought it was an incredible game. Tie leaves a bad taste in my mouth. That was my takeaway.
You want me to go first, and then we'll let John get yeah. I mean, it was an exciting game. Obviously, when you're not a fan of either team, it's like Vic, you text. It was a good game. We text each other out like every drive. Great game.
Yeah, every drive was like, you score, we
But
score.
I can only imagine what John was going through, obviously waiting because they had him right there. Cowboys had him. I feel like Green Bay kind of let off a little bit at the end. They could have got a little more aggressive, but they were scared to turn the ball over. So that was weird, but definitely a eye-opener for, the Cowboys because everybody already counted them out. They were talking about their defense without Micah and stuff, but they held their own, man. Respect to the Cowboys.
And the man of the hour, we're just going to let you take this the rest of the
Mike's
way.
off.
This is the meme that I played in the beginning. I said, please Don't give me hope.
Who is that? Oh,
I put, don't give me hope.
is that Hawkeye?
It's Hawkeye. He's saying, don't give me hope. And that's what I had in the beginning. And you know what? As the game kept progressing, my hope only grew more and more. And it was just because we played a great game, a fantastic game. You know, it was back and forth. Micah, first of all, let's talk about Micah because he had zero impact on the game. He had zero impact on the game. He didn't do anything. And I'm glad, look, we know what I took away from this game? I'm glad we didn't pay Micah $48 million.
That is unpopular opinion.
You know
and
what?
I love it.
Well, you know why? Because, well, guess what? Let's juxtapose that to Lamar Jackson. He's getting paid $52 million a year. And Mike is getting paid 48. So you're telling me this guy that only plays on third down and gets tired all the time, he was huffing and puffing on the sideline.
Yeah, he looked gassed.
He looked gassed. And if you watch the game, you could see the camera on him. He was just gassed. He only comes in on third down.
I thought he was just sad. He
for
looked like he
$48
still
million?
wanted to be on the Cowboys.
No, thank you. So if you're telling me he's $4 million shy from an MVP, you don't know ball. And I'm glad we got rid of him because for that price point, we wouldn't be able to retain people like George Pickens, who balled out, and people on the defense that we need to pay, and we need, you know, quite frankly, we need more help on. But yeah, a tie, first of all, it's a BS rule. You know, the fans pay for a game. They want to see a winner, and I want to see this go all the way, even as a Cowboy fan. And we don't have moral victories. We're not the fucking Raiders.
Steelers.
We're not the Browns. We're not the
don't get
Panthers.
no
We don't have
victories.
moral victories. We
boys
just have
right here. That's
victories. And if we don't win, I can't remember the last time the Cowboys had a tie.
No,
You know, I'd rather just us win or lose, throw balls to the wall, and let's see who's the best team at the end. So the new rule, I hate it personally, but we tied.
I will say
It
this.
is what it is, man.
I will say this. I feel like it was, and I know you don't believe in this, but that doesn't mean that I still don't think it's true. I think everybody expected the Cowboys to get blown out. I thought they didn't expect much, especially the Packers coming off a loss like that. I thought they were going to come in locked in, prove a point. And I know you don't like this, but I do think it's a small victory for the team that was expected to lose to come out and fight like that. Put a 40 on one of the top teams in the entire league. Can you explain? They kept panning up to Jerry Jones, and they kept, he's watching the game. And this brother had a herpes outbreak on the bottom of his lip. Did you guys notice this?
Yeah, shingles.
This man has lived a life.
At that age, shingles is common.
This man had a giant hurt. Like, he had himself a hell of a weekend. Can you explain what your owner's doing on the weekends? I thought he was married.
He was with John.
Hey, y'all know Jerry was a player. Y'all knew Jerry was a player.
He was with John in Puerto Rico, bro.
Yeah, boy. Hey, yo.
He came back. What a coincidence that y'all came back at the same time. Where's
same
yours?
time, bro.
He's like, that's why I let the beard grow a little bit. That was a great game. I thought that was an entertaining.
No, but before
game.
one last comment. If you watch that game, there's two things you got to say. Either the Packers are not good, or the Cowboys are good. So you got to bite your tongue on one of these and bite the bullet, one or the other, and you got to pick your poison. Either the Packers are not what you thought they were, because we had a couple of Super Bowl picks over here. So if you're going toe-to-toe with a scrub team such as the Cowboys and you're tying with them, then that's either one or two things. Either the Cowboys are good or the Packers, are not good. So I think, push is coming to shove and you got to choose a side.
And
I'm curious to say what everybody else has to say about it. Tomorrow on all the popular talk shows and all that, people are going to have to choose a side.
No, then why don't we set the tone right now? I'm going to tell you that I don't think the Cowboys are as good as they've shown. I think they're going to have a lot of games where they look good like this, but I don't think that defense is going to get them enough wins to be a serious contender. So if you're asking me, it's going to be the Packers aren't quite as good. I think the Packers are fine, and I think they will look better in 3-4 weeks. You're gonna like all this. You got to keep in mind, Micah still didn't practice all preseason. He was holding out. He was doing that. I think he's gonna find his shape. He's still getting back into it. So if you're asking me if I got to make a choice right now, I think the Packers are fine. The Cowboys are not as good, but their offense is that good. That's what it is. Yeah. Preet, what do you think?
I think Cowboys come to play in big games, bro. That's just there. And then they play Bears and blow it. That's a pretty. It's crazy, but it's something to look into. They'll come play in big games. Like, they're the opposite of the Ravens. They'll come play. they're not scared. Like I like that. I mean, I'm not. I dislike the
Yeah,
Cowboys.
we play
but
to our opponent's level.
They always come out to play in big
Absolutely.
games. Like Dak's always compose, and then something happens at the end. Funny things happen, but they always come to play. So I gotta respect it.
All right, moving on to Commanders 27, Falcons 34. All I can say about this game, really, nice bounce back win. Falcons got shut out last week, put up 34. They get a good quality win. Granted, it's against a backup quarterback, but you couldn't lose after putting up a performance like that. Falcons handled business.
Commanders had their Super Bowl last week against the Raiders, so after that they take a week off.
Sounds salty over here. Oh, okay. Commanders. I mean, hey, it's impressive with the backup. With Jaden Daniels, if you're putting up 27 with the backup, I mean, geez, with you got your starter, you should win this game. So, if you're a Commander fan, no need to worry. Moving forward,
Let's talk about a giant upset. And yeah, I'm a little playing on words there. Giants 27, Chargers 18. This was a big, if you took them and said this is a big survivor pool pick. So I'm going to say one of the three of us here had them in there, and one of them was not
Say
me.
my name next time, bro.
But yeah, what'd you guys take away from the Giants beating the Chargers without Malik Neighbors?
this is what I called. I was talking to one of my boys, Tommy, the other day. We went to Yard House, and I told him the Chargers are frauds. They'll take the mask off sooner or later, and don't be surprised if it happens this week against the Giants. And sure enough, it happened. Now, did I think they would lose? I'm not going to lie. I didn't think they would lose.
Nobody did.
Nobody did. I'm not going to lie. But
I
did I
didn't.
think that it would be an easy game for them? No, because the Chargers are not like that. And they folded more than what I thought they would, and they lost the game. And Justin Herbert's supposed to be a top 8 quarterback, top 7. Give me a break. So they lost. Typical Chargers fashion.
Yeah, I thought Chargers were going to win that game easy against the rookie quarterback that wasn't really that good, even in college. But just like John said, Chargers are going to charge sooner or later.
I know you're happy over there. You're just like,
I was happy they lost, but I'm sad because I had them in my survivor picks. But
That
I
is
also,
true.
I'm a Raiders fan, so yeah.
All right, so giant upset. My takeaway from this
Sad life.
is I think the Chargers are fine. To me, it's similar to kind of like when we can all kind of agree the Giants are arguably one of the worst teams in the league. And it's just hard to predict when there's no tape on a rookie quarterback, and it could go bust, it could be boom or bust. And I think you just got a boom performance. When you take away what if I told you before the game, I said, hey, Malik Neighbors is going to be hurt in the second quarter, and the Giants are going to come out and beat them by almost 10 points. You'd be like, Vic, you're a fucking idiot. Well, that's the NFL, baby. But I think the Chargers are going to be fine. I think it could be one of those great losses down the road where it kind of wakes you up. You overlook the teams just like the Packers overlook the Browns. So I think the Chargers are going to be fine. The Giants are still going to struggle down the road. I don't take much away from that. But yeah, giant upset. Not much time that we need to spend on the Titans and Texans. That was 26-0. Yeah, not much to say. Anybody got to say anything here?
Next.
I mean, free the quarterback. I mean, he's out there getting killed, murdered, trying to make everything happen, but it can't happen.
Zero is kind of hard to
Free
score.
Free fucking what's
Cam Ward.
Free Cam Ward, man. I mean, jeez.
John,
That's all I gotta say, man.
how many shots have you had tonight, John? Let's change the subject.
Same number as the points the Cowboys scored.
40.
My boy came in turd. Shout out to you for being here. I love the glasses too. You're like, hey, you know what?
That's why I got the face shades on. If y'all watching the little clips later, but if not, then don't even. I'm just talking normal. Don't even, if you're listening.
No, you're doing great. But I'm right here next to you, bro. Eagles at Bucks, and the Eagles 31, the Bucks 25. I think I saw this game. I was very this was almost my survivor pick. I thought something a little bit more. There was a clear one, so I went with in a different direction. But I love the Eagles in this situation. If you look at the way that the Bucks have been winning, they've been winning on last minute drives, coming up clutch, kind of. I wouldn't say miracle wins, but they were very. And lucky is a tough word because every team gets lucky at some point. But the point being is they've been coming up on last minute wins, block field goals, turnover, whatever. So I was like, you're not playing that level of team anymore. You're playing against the Super Bowl champs. They came in, handled business, 31-25. I like the Eagles, and I think the Bucks are still good. But I really like the Eagles in that situation, and I'm not surprised that they won. Boys?
Yeah, I think just like what you said about the Bucks, they've been winning. All their games have been kind of like close and heroic wins by Baker. But you play a Super Bowl champ, they're not gonna let It's hard to do that against
It's a different
them.
level, yeah.
Yeah, you could do it against Atlanta and stuff like that, but it's hard to do that against them. So that was expected.
Yeah, for me, it was about to start. You can't start off like that. They gave up 14 points to the Eagles right off the bat. They're down right there. They're playing catch up, and they played better on the back end, but you already spotted them 14. And to me, it's a battle of the last second winning teams, right? The Bucks always win last minute. The Eagles always win last minute. Fourth quarter, Warriors. But when it comes down, when you're neck and neck with those two teams going at it, you're going to give the edge to the Eagles, and that's what happened today. So I took the Eagles in all my picks. Yeah, and this is what I seen. But again, the Bucks had some people come back. I think once Mike Evans comes back, they'll be one notch ahead. So they're one Mike Evans away from I think winning this game. So.
Quick question, and just tell me quickly what you guys think. After 4 weeks, the Eagles are 4-0. How do we feel about them repeating as Super Bowl champions?
I think they're playing a little bored because they already won.
Playing with their food a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're you could tell like every game. I mean, it's been a couple close games, but they're just they're just bored. They're waiting for. They already got playoff because this is their second time going to the Super Bowl, so they got playoff experience now. So they're just waiting for the playoffs. I think they're just ready for the big. Just like the Warriors used to do back in the day.
a little fatigue. Yeah, John, how about you?
For me, I think it's just a methodical beatdown. They're slow and easy. They're gonna score on you. Either it could be just a 10-play drive, a 15-play drive, or a 2-play drive, and that's great coaching. I hate Nick Sirianni. I hate him. I'm a Cowboy fan, but I got to give credit where credit's due. And he even had a quote this week that said, "I'm not in the entertainment business," and that's a shot I took directly to the Cowboys. He says, I am
That's all you guys do.
football coach.
That's real.
I'm in the business of winning football games, and that's what he's been doing. So to me, I got to tip my hat as much as I hate to do it, but they're winning games. It's all that matters. And even Jalen Hurts said that to the Chiefs last week to Chris Jones. He said, you didn't get even 200 yards. He says, yeah, but we won the game, B word. So, the Eagles win games, and I hate to say it, but that's what they do. So
That is true, and they have multiple ways that they can beat you. They need to run the ball, then they're going to run it down your throat with that offensive line.
And
you need to throw the ball. Look at what they did against the Rams. They came back, they threw it all over. So
AJ Brown's not even playing yet. So.
yeah, he hasn't started. Moving on, the Panthers, Pats. That was kind of a dud. Panthers 13, Pats 42. I mean, not much to take away from here. Kind of a semi-belt to ass, but not quite the belt to ass of the week.
Just
but
expected ass whooping. It could have not gone either way, but obviously Patriots.
I really do think that going into it, it could have gone either way. Like I wouldn't
especially
have been
after how the
surprised.
Panthers played last game. You're right.
Exactly.
Yeah. But Panthers are, nobody's surprised though because Panthers, that's the Panthers. So.
Yeah. Saints 19, the Bills 31. Any takeaways from this game, boys? Saints are just kind of a sad team to watch. They put up a little bit more of a fight than I expected. And I don't know what the spread was opening this. They only lost by 12. I would imagine that the spread was probably around 8, 9, 10, maybe somewhere. It was 15.5? You're lying.
what a spread?
That's crazy work. Well, they covered the spread, so congratulations, Saints Nation.
Saints had a chance to win that game.
I wouldn't say they had a chance to win, but I mean, Bills did what we all expect them to do.
Just come out, win the game.
14.5. I mean, shit. I mean, that's a lot for any football NFL. That's a lot
Pro
for any
football game, yeah.
for a pro football game. It's a lot, and I would never take that kind of bet. But if you did, I mean, congrats. They won, right?
Yeah,
Because it was 15.
Yeah, they covered the spread.
Well, you covered. So
Another game that we don't need to spend too much time on, but I will say it was my survivor pick. John, I believe it was yours too. Browns 10, the Lions 34. This game was fun because it was a kind of a breeze through survivor pick. Lions handled business. The reason why I liked it was because the Browns upset the Packers. You always bet a bad team off a big win to lose the next week. that's why I might drop whatever it costs. Again, whoever the Giants are playing next week, a bad team. We still say that they're a bad team. Rookie quarterback. Now there's some game film, some tape. I'm going to take whoever's playing against them next week. But and then the Lions are just looking good. They're looking back to the team that I was skeptical that they would get back here, but the Lions are looking good.
And, I wasn't skeptical, guys, because remember, tune back to week 1 when they lost to the Packers. They got whooped. And what did I say? I said, don't overreact. They're still the Lions. Look at their depth chart on offense. And then you would see what I see, And to me, they're still
The old wise one.
They're still my NFC Super Bowl pick. I still have them going to Super Bowl even after the last week 1. And to me, they're just showing, they're just proving my point. So to me, I don't think any team looks better than the Lions. And they're doing what they should do to bad teams, is beat them down. So congrats to the Lions. It's a good dub.
Yeah, that was expected win. Lions looked good last week. They look good this week. John was right about that. So on to the next one.
That's a really good, just handle business. Go in, handle business, move on.
That's what great teams do, though.
Exactly.
That's what Super Bowl contending teams do. They handle business against whack teams.
All right, Jaguars 26, 49ers 21.
Let's go.
I'm going to let Pre take the lead on this one because he's been saying it from the beginning of the year. The Niners going into this game were they 2-1 or 3-0?
3-0.
3-0.
3 lucky
and
wins.
He's been saying that they have been getting so lucky. So Pre, go ahead.
Every week it's been every week is something new, some kind of new lucky play that happens. This week it almost happened again. It almost happened again. What happened? They fumbled, I think. Jacksonville missed the field goal.
Yeah, and then Brock Purdy threw 2 interceptions and a
and
fumble.
then Brock Purdy's back, so
he's back, but he was whack. So.
People. Niner fans, John. This Niner fans think Brock Purdy's top, 3 quarterback. So
I
think it's a joke, bro.
Man.
To think that little fella.
Yeah,
I would
crazy,
have
man.
barbershop battles against this little guy, and they swear that up and down that he was better than Dak Prescott, who's been in the league for 10 years and was an MVP candidate, and he's ranked amongst the top 10 on interception to touchdown ratio.
No, but Purdy's
Give me
he's
a
clutch,
freaking
bro.
break. So Brock Purdy just showed us. He got a bag, and now they got to play him. And me, as somebody who hates the Niners because they always beat us, I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad to see them lose, and I hope we play them in the playoffs. I hope they make it so we could wax them.
Oh, they'll make it. They got the easiest schedule in the league.
To me, Niners lose. I'm glad you guys lose. Good job, Jags. The Jags are a weird team. I don't know.
That is funny.
A
weird team is a great way to put it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they lose to the Browns. The Jags play the Browns next week and they lose. I don't know who they play, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lose to some whack team like the Panthers. That's just their style. So I guess congrats, Jags.
Bring back Mac Jones.
The defense looks good, though. I'll give you guys that. The defense looks good. So
Hey, I said it before the season started. I think Jacksonville's going to have an okay season.
Jacksonville's defense looks good.
Trevor Lawrence is starting to, like Kyle Pitts, bro, year 8. This is his year.
All right, moving on to
But yeah, fuck the Niners.
Colts and Rams. You got Colts 20 and the Rams 27. Giving the Colts their first loss of the year. I mean, I think John, you were with me with this kind of sentiment about this is that the first 3 weeks Colts team that we saw is not the version of the Colts that we're going to see all year. They came out hot, surprised some teams. Danny Dimes was a top 10 pick. Like, he's got talent, and he's a smart guy. Kind of took the league by surprise in the first couple weeks. I think they're still a good team. I just don't think they were that dominant team that started 3-0. But the Rams, what are you guys thinking here? Good win, bad win? What'd you guys take away? And can I say this randomly? Games at SoFi, like at SoFi Stadium, it doesn't matter if it's the Chargers or if it's the Rams. To me, for some reason, just look really boring on TV. I don't like the sun kind of going in there. That pisses me off. It's like watching the Dallas Cowboys game when they got that big ass window open. Yeah. That bugs the shit out of me. It's like, bro, get it together.
It looks weird. Yeah. No, I agree. It does look weird. But I'll go on this one because I think the Colts were always going to lose this game, but they did a good job. They have a great defense. Their defense is good. And I think that's the unsung hero about this team. And this is what I was saying last week about the Colts their 2 of the 3 wins come from teams that are 0-6 combined. I think they beat the Dolphins and the Jets. So to me, I'm not yelling hip hop hooray over the Colts. They're playing decent football, but if you
He's twisted, bro.
if
Just
you-
give him a break.
if you play a solid team, you're not gonna be playing up to par. I mean, the defense was good. The offense was so. So
I think people. I mean, I'm probably sure you guys probably didn't watch the game, but Colts, they were 2 plays away from winning that game, and it was 2 stupid mistakes by the same guy, Adonai Mitchell, the receiver. He had that long touch. That touchdown would have busted wide. Hold on.
The
Could have
hell
busted
you
the game
saying?
wide open.
He still got the weekend in his man.
He had like a 60-yard.
A big old fucking.
He had like a 60-yard catch where he fumbled the ball at the end. It's trying to celebrate, and then he had a holding call because he was being lazy on the play where Jonathan Taylor scored, which would have made it 27-20. So Colts were 2 unlucky plays away from winning that game. So I mean, again, Daniel Jones did he had his chance to come down and win the game and prove himself a little bit, but he didn't do that. Obviously, I'm still not big on Daniel Jones, but as far as a complete team, they were one play. If one of those plays went their way, they would have won that game. So it was a lot closer than people think.
It is. All right, brother. I feel like me and John should step out of the room. The Bears 25, Raiders 24. Hold on, I got a sound effect for you. I don't know which one it is, but no, well, that kind of a joke. Nope. There it is. Let's do that. Let's try that again. Raiders 24, Bears 25. Can you hear it? You just listen to the podcast. Go ahead, brother. You've got the floor. That was a heartbreaking loss.
I think you can just cue the video from last week, bro. We stink. I don't know where my bag is at, but
Why'd you take it off? Why'd you take it off?
We suck so bad the bag probably walked. It was like, I'm out of here. No, we just suck, man. We can't finish games. Gino's ass.
Wait.
Yeah, he's Gino's ass. I gotta change my fantasy team name. But yeah, we just suck. We just can't win games, bro. We look good. Genty looked good.
Genty finally looked good. I needed
defense,
him.
It's the same story every time, bro. Our defense held it down, but a defense can only do so much. They're gonna get tired. We don't have the players to play at that high level the whole game. We just have players that make the right plays. Sometimes Max was going crazy. In NFL, one player can make a difference, but not. It's hard for that one player to win you the whole game, especially when you keep putting pressure on them. Our secondary is terrible, and that showed at the end. But offensively, I feel like we don't stay aggressive. I don't know what it is with the Raiders, but every time a coach comes, I don't know if it's ownership giving them like a playbook, hey, follow this, but we don't a team when you suck like that, you got to go and win the game, go take it. You can't just be like, all right, I'm gonna go take the field goal and hope that our defense gets a stop. That's what lost this game. We had the ball on the 10-yard line, and we ran 3 plays in a row. We ran it, and then Gino missed a touchdown, but we scored a touchdown there. We're up, 10 right there. So
yeah,
it's a 2-possession game, but
it's a big swing possession.
It's weird, man. Pete Carroll's a veteran coach, but all of a sudden he gets to the Raiders. I feel like they flashed him with that Men in Black shit. The Men in Black flashlight where he forgot how to do anything, bro.
You're with the Raiders now.
I feel like we might have a Men in Black little factory there, bro. As soon as somebody comes in, motherfuckers get flashed with the forget how to play football.
Let me ask you this. Because you guys were kicking the field goal to end the game. Obviously, if you guys would have made it,
we win.
Did it hurt more losing that way?
I knew something was going to happen, but it just, again, back to our play calling. We're 3rd and 1 where we lose our best lineman, Colin Miller, our left guard. We lose him. And the next play, Chip Kelly, offensive genius, runs the ball to the left side. Bro, we get stuff.
Offensive genius is crazy.
That's what people call him. I hate his fat ass.
He's a savant.
Fat fuck. But yeah, they need a man. But yeah, so it's our.
I think he just gets a job because his name's Chip Kelly. Like, oh
Yeah,
man,
bro,
That's a football name.
that Chip guy. Yeah,
his
that Chippy.
his skin color.
Yeah, Chipster.
Fuck that guy.
He's a savant. Chip Kelly.
Hey, Chips Ahoy Kelly. He's fat ass eating Chips Ahoy. Yeah, man. We suck, bro. I hope we never win a game the rest of the year. And then we draft
man.
the
Don't give me
17th
that.
best
Don't.
lineman in the draft and back at it again here. Same shit.
The Raiders were a field goal away from winning the game, man. If you block, the guy kicks the fucking kick. You guys win the game.
If we made that field goal,
I think Gino needs to stop trying to be Superman. You're not Superman. Just throw the safe passes. You don't gotta just chuck and duck. Raiders, you got to realize that you're a run first team. So give Jonty 25 carries,
And it worked
26
today.
carries. He needs to get those carries, and even if it doesn't work, keep running it. You're not a pass first team. You're gonna lose if you're gonna rely on Gino to throw 40 attempts a game. So just run the ball.
yeah, no,
That's what I think we all seen today, and that's what I think should be the formula moving forward. More play action, more rollouts, more bootlegs. Put Gino in the best situation possible.
Yeah.
Be run first. So.
Unfortunately, though, with the Raiders, how it is once we had a good game plan, but next week, Men in Black Flash, they're gonna restart everything again. There's be different play calls.
I want to reiterate what
They
John
won't
said.
go-
I think because a lot of people who don't really understand football or just kind of watch it casually, they watch a run go into the pile. And granted, if it's not working, you got to go. But there's that is being effective in a different way. It's like if you're constantly running the ball, Gino thrives in play action. You got to think about his days with Marshawn Lynch.
They didn't call a play action
So
once.
even
at
if
the end,
even if the run play doesn't necessarily work, he's not going for 15, 20, you're breaking out. What you're doing is you're making the defense have to clog it up. And if they don't, he's going to break out. And if they do, now that opens up your play action. That opens up your passing game.
They did that, but they just the end of it. They didn't do the latter end of it. They didn't do the play action. Third and 6 at the red zone, they could have did a play action because you knew Genty was balling. The defense like, hey, we got to stop the run. 3rd and 2, that's when we had to kick the 54-yard field goal. You do a play action, if you get it incomplete, you're gonna kick that field goal anyways. But instead, you gave it to Genty when they all knew you were running. It's Raiders offense is so it's so obvious. You know what's coming every time, and it's like it doesn't matter who we hire. We can hire a first-time coach. We can hire somebody off the couch. We can get veterans that have been coaching for 70 years, and it's just going to do the same thing over and over.
Let's talk about
Raiders going to raid.
Raiders going to raid. But let's talk about the early game, the first game of this football Sunday. I didn't even write it down on here because I don't have much to say on it. It's just the road to 9-8, baby. Here we go. The road to 9-8. And
Steel curtain.
I'm going to do it there.
Black and yellow.
Another W that the Steelers weren't supposed to win. Now they're going to be favored in one of these games. They're going to lay it. Like, it's just, I can tell you everything that's going to happen. Steelers win again. Do I take them serious as a contender? Absolutely not. Am I surprised that they won as 2.5-point underdogs? No, I'm not. They're going to be favored by 2, 3, 4 in one of these upcoming games. They're going to lose that. This is just what we do, baby. This is Steeler football. That's all I got to say on that. Not surprised that they won. We're actually going to be leading the division, which is wild. But are we leading it because of our stout performance, or the Ravens just taking a dump? Joe Burrow's now hurt, and the Browns. Well, the Browns are the Browns.
I think nothing much to say on this game.
There isn't. There really, truly
there's
isn't.
really
Because at
nothing
the
to
end of the
say.
day, I can tell you the whole season is just.
I mean, everything I
The
say
road
right
to
now,
9-8,
if
baby.
I say anything right now, they're just going to prove me wrong next week. So I'm just going to say this. What we can rely on is good coaching. So Mike Tomlin is still one of the best coaches in the league. He's top 3. I put him
Because of Mike
right, I put him
Tomlin.
You
right
are-
behind Andy Reid.
This motherfucker's crazy.
So
Dog.
I would take Mike Tomlin to the Cowboys immediately. Trust
Please
me.
take him. I'll give him to you.
I'll take Mike Tomlin's glasses
Yeah,
to call our
because
plays.
you know why? The owner of the Steelers is still going to draft another safety. A backup to Minka Fitzpatrick. So he's not going to draft any receivers. He's not going to invest in
We
the
don't
offense.
even have Minka anymore. It's just
Oh, you guys even have
that
Minka?
our defense
God.
would have been too good.
They don't. I
went out and
forget who they even have. Oh, Jalen Ramsey.
They went out and got Jalen Ramsey, and I'm like, hey,
He
the
had a
defense
fake
might
up.
actually be nice. And they're like, well, we have to give up a nice piece for that too. We're not going to get too good, fellas. We're shooting for 9-8 here, not fucking 11, wins here.
Oh no, we're winning
nothing-
again.
nothing
Oh
else to say on
man, we won.
There's moral victories. There's real victories. That's funny. Win, tie, and another L. Let's move on.
Whoa.
This was I predicted this game, and I actually saw this one pretty well. Similar to, I feel like this was a season on the line game for both teams. but I liked what I was seeing from one team. I'm talking about the Ravens 20, the Chiefs 37. Am I surprised that the Chiefs won? No. Am I surprised how they won? Absolutely. I didn't think it was going to be this bad. I thought they were going to eke out another win, but their offense finally looked like it popped off. And I don't know if that's a credit to the Ravens' bad defense or the Chiefs starting to figure some things out. But I never have thought that the Chiefs were dead in this season, and this only further proves that point.
I'm not a believer of the Chiefs. I mean, obviously they're champs and they got a little dynasty going. So I didn't know Ravens was going to shit the bed that bad.
Did they shit the bed, or did
I don't think Chiefs did anything special. I think Ravens just
the Chiefs defense is good, man.
They're good. They're good defense, but I think Ravens just especially coming off a loss to the Lions, I thought they were going to be a lot more prepared. But it was just Lamar running around back there trying to make plays and didn't work out.
Now, to me, I think I kind of have a lot to say about this. I think the Chiefs push came to shove. They're both 1-2. It's a big game. And the Chiefs showed up. They played championship football. It's not their first rodeo. They've been down in Super Bowls. They've been down in games before. They've been 1-2. People forget that the Chiefs had a slow start the last 2 years. And they went to the Super Bowl last year. So to me, this is nothing new. What I'm surprised about and what's demoralizing for me, if I'm a Ravens fan, is you go ahead and fire Lamar Jackson in the third quarter at the end. You sit him down when the game is 17 points within reach, and you sit him down. I think that's more of a demoralizing. Take the heart out of the team.
That is crazy.
That's a defeat upon a defeat.
They were saying his hamstring was
so
hurt,
yeah, and
I don't know if you buy it.
and that leads me to and let's not forget the Ravens were favorites to this game.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. It's like expectation means a lot.
Yes, and that's why for me this brings me to the belt to ass segment of the show. The Chiefs took the heart out of the Ravens. They just snatched it out of them. Lamar went straight to the bench, didn't play the fourth quarter. They brought in an ex-Cowboy to go ahead and lead the Ravens, I don't know, to whatever the hell they were doing.
Cooper Rush.
And all Patrick Mahomes did was go ahead and score another touchdown on them once they took Lamar out. Ravens, you're supposed to be the Super Bowl champs, but yet again, you let everybody down in big games. You are the same person that we thought you were.
He is who we thought he was.
You are who we thought you were. And year after year, you just let everybody down, and you just shut down and show up short, play small in big games. And I don't see, and honestly, you were my Super Bowl pick because I thought you'd break through, but it's looking more of the same this year. So belt to ass, Chiefs, they're still your big bros, and that's a hill you cannot get over.
That's funny.
You don't want to see them in the playoffs. If you're a Ravens fan, fix that defense because you guys aren't going anywhere. Sorry.
Yeah, and what's funny is that going into the season, they got Yair Alexander. They got they look like they were reeing up for a hell of a defense, but it's just not panned out. I think the Chiefs are fine. I think they were. Like I said, I expected them to win. I didn't expect it to be the belt to ass game of the week. And remember, this is all based on expectations. The Chiefs are supposed to lose the roster top to bottom, and health and players availability. Don't forget this: the Chiefs still don't have Rashee Rice, so it's not like they're a complete team. Travis Kelce looks old and washed, bro. He is not looking good at all. But yeah, so Chiefs 37, Ravens 20. Any last thoughts on this?
Yeah, Ravens. I mean, all of us picked the Ravens to win the Super Bowl, so let's not forget that. Ravens, they had a lot of guys injured, so that's something to look into too. I think they'll be all right.
Yeah,
they had a lot of injuries on defense. I think they had like 6 or 7 guys injured on defense.
Absolutely electric Monday Night Football doubleheader game of the week. This is just gonna be.
Go ahead and take a nap.
Jets, Dolphins, Bengals, Denver Broncos. That's about the.
Yeah, go ahead and do the grocery runs tomorrow and at 5 a.m.
That's a good nap. Those are good nap games too. I can get a nice long nap between those two games
after work.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we have business to handle. Actually, this is good news for you because you've got some ground to make up. Let's give you a score update on how our Monday
We don't
night
gotta do
season
that.
let's do that.
long.
Let's do the score.
This is crazy. As much as it pains me to say, motherfucker wearing glasses in here, and John 4-0. He is in the lead. I'm at 2-2, following the debacle last week of the Baltimore Ravens. And Preet sitting at, I don't even want to say it,
4-0 backwards.
0-4. It's actually, and I will say, John is impressive at 4-0. But low key, in a weird way, like avoiding wins is also impressive. It's like when you throw in a parlay and you get them all wrong. That's equally as impressive. You're gonna stumble upon a couple wins. That's equally impressive. So pre 0-4, I'm 2-2. John is in the lead, 4-0. Let's get into our picks. Jets, Dolphins. That is going to be the early game. The Dolphins are favored by 2.5, meaning that they are expected to win slightly, not the biggest of spreads. 3 is a key number. It's under that. Preet, let's start with you. Who needs it the most? Who do you got?
All right, I got the Jets in this game, the first game. I think Justin Fields comes back and they win that game. So 1-4 there, and then I got. Do I go both games? Should I just do both games?
Yeah, just do both. Yeah, let's get them both out of the
so
way.
I go Jets.
You don't have much to lose here, buddy.
I go Jets, and then the night games. I mean, I think everyone goes Broncos there, so I go Broncos.
All right, and for me, it's the same. I have the Jets. I got Justin Fields, and to me, it comes down to two things because they're both trash. They're both 0-3. Who's the better quarterback? Give me Justin Fields. Who has the best defense? Give me the Jets defense. You got Quinnen Williams. You got Sauce Gardner in the back end. Yes, I think it's going to be a 20-13 game, but give me the Jets. They got Garrett Wilson. They got Brees. They got Braylon. They got some guys there. Give me the Jets. I mean, I'm not going to hang my hat on the Dolphins. I'll guarantee you that. So Jets and then Broncos. Not much to say about that. I mean, they're going to put...
the Broncos are favored over the Bengals by 7.5 points.
The Bengals are so garbage, and it really just shines a light on how great Joe Burrow is. So I'll say that's all I got to say about that.
That is true. Absolutely true. I'm going to go, actually, in the first game, I'm going to go the opposite direction. I'm taking the Dolphins to win this game. They're at home. Vegas says they're favored, but that never plays into my prediction. It only solidifies what I feel, even though it's a slight number. But let me talk you through what I'm going to do. What I saw last game when the Dolphins had their season up against the wall here, they went out and played offensively a pretty good and defensively a pretty decent game against the Bills, who traditionally own them. And I kind of feel like another primetime game. And you got to keep this in mind too, folks. The last time the Dolphins played was Thursday night last week. They have extra rest. They're coming off of a few extra days they're coming off that mini bye when you play Thursday night football. So that is huge. I think a couple extra days of preparation. Justin Fields coming off an injury. I think offensively, Tyreek Hill wants to prove that he's like, it's almost like a get me out of town game. Like, let me show you what I can still do. I'm not really scared of the Jets defense. I think it's going to be a high scoring game because I think both teams can put up points, but I'm going to take the Dolphins in game one. And I think, we all agree on the Denver Broncos on this one. So give me the Dolphins, give me the Broncos, and that's going to be that. So, do you guys have any big takeaways from this weekend or anything what was the biggest thing that stood out to you guys?
To me, the biggest thing that stood out, I would say the Lions are the real deal. The Lions are the real deal. They're not to be played with. I think that they should be favorites in every game until the playoffs. That's, to me, that's my biggest takeaway. That's the NFC. For me, the AFC, nobody wants it. I'm not impressed by the AFC. The Chiefs, the Bills, the Ravens, who's there? The Bengals, they're hurt. I mean, to me, it's up for grabs in the AFC. Whoever wants it, but it looks like nobody wants it because when big games come by, there's only one team you could really rely on big games, and that's the Chiefs. So, but they don't look too great. I mean, they looked great this week. So the AFC's up for grabs. So
I know who wants it. Mike Tomlin does.
He wants 9 wins, and then he's what?
For me, I think the Niners suck, and it doesn't matter who plays quarterback back there.
It really, hey, but let's pay this little guy $50
so
million
that-
bucks.
I mean, everyone
I wish they
knew.
would have paid him $100 million.
I would.
been like, pay
I
him
was
more.
hoping like
Yeah.
60, 70, ruin that team. But yeah, Lions look good. Lions look good. Got to agree with that. But again, I think it's still when it comes down to the playoffs, experience is everything. So we'll see how they do in the playoffs. They do choke. I mean, they've been known to choke at the end. So that's that. And then AFC, like you said, I feel like it's up for grabs. But it's gonna be the same. Bills will be there. Chiefs will be there. I think Ravens will be okay. I think the Ravens, they'll get back on track.
My big takeaway from the weekend is that the Chiefs are going to be okay. I think they had to win the last 2 games. They've won the last 2 games. They're going to re-up. I think that's going to allow Rashee Rice is going to be a big part of what they do because that allows Xavier Worthy to be the playmaker over the top while Rashee Rice works the middle. It's going to free up room for Travis Kelce to do more damage. They still got Juju. They still got is it Taquan Thornton? Is that who it is? Yeah, you're good right there. You can talk into it. Let's do mic check.
Yep.
Yeah, you're good. And I think it's going to allow everybody to fall into more of a natural place. So they're going to expect less from. Is going to take more pressure off of Travis Kelce. Worthy's not a number 1 guy. He's more of a gadget guy. And I think Rashee Rice could be more of that. Like, I can beat you over the top, work you over the middle. So I think the Chiefs are okay.
Route technician.
But yeah, that's going to be, Bad Bunny, big news. He's going to be headlining the Super Bowl 2026. Are we going snowboarding? We got to go snowboarding. What do you?
Yeah, that's my main goal this year. I'm snowboarding like crazy this year.
No,
so.
I'm talking about for the Super Bowl.
Oh,
For the culture, I love it. For like I said, I'm a fair weather fan. Play all the mainstream songs and I'll be happy.
Try to be where the Latinas are. So whatever,
I'm happy.
Wherever
I'm
the Latinas
happy.
are, that's where you'll find me.
Yes,
brother.
sir. That's where you'll find Preet too. That's what this boy
Getting yelled at.
He likes them more than we do. But thank you guys so much for listening. This is our week 4 recap. Gonna get this out tonight. And yeah, thank you guys for listening. Be sure to RSVP your tickets for the 2-year anniversary.
2 years.
Link in bio. Like I said, the boys are going to be there. Come out, and we're going to introduce them. And you guys can come out and meet the boys, meet everybody. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's been 2 years since I got a Monday night pick right.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. And tomorrow, Monday Night Football should be a lot of fun. Y'all sleep good because sueñen con los angelitos. I love you. Say it back and go Dolphins.
Love you.
Because
Say it
of
back.
what-
We out.
Bye,
Yes, sir.
Bonnie. Bye, Bonnie.
El conejo malo. Shut the fuck up.